Hey guys, it's Chris from Tryhard Infinity, and today we are doing another Civ video. Okay, I just want to start it off by saying I know I've been slacking on the videos. It's probably been like a week. I've been working so hard on the 3D that you guys will see very shortly. I'm almost done with my stuff, and I hope you guys love it. If you don't, I'm sorry. But anyway, let's go ahead and kick off this video. I think last we left off was around, I think Steam Power. It might have been around Steam Power. I'm not sure. Yep, possibly. Yeah. I think it was around Steam Power. So let's kick it off at Steam Power. I'm sorry. I always do all these videos off the head, no planning, whatever. It's just like I just jump into it. So it was off the Bronze Tech line because this is part 2. I don't know if I think I should have mentioned that in the beginning. This is part 2 to the Bronze Tech line, but you probably read in the title already, so you already know. And I last said in the last video that you can go from bronze working to currency, up to banking, and up to industrialization. And from there you can just tech jump without getting steam power, and you know, you can go on to, let's say, corporation, and you could keep going. You can go up to mass media, and mass media leads up to globalization, which only needs 2, so you could just tech jump all the way through. So you could just skip all the other stuff I didn't name. But the reason I keep telling you guys you should go for steam power first is because, look, steam power unlocks the ability to tech jump to steel. You could tech jump, well, you don't even need a tech jump, you could just go straight for railroads. You could tech jump up to industrialization. Right here, you would think that you need something else for electricity, but to get the steam power, you would have had to went for engineering, and also, yeah, I think you need, let's go ahead and check if I'm correct. This is kind of back into the first video, but I don't remember. And sorry if I sound a little off. I'm sick, trying to still do this video. But ironworking is already researched. So if you think about it, electricity needs steam power, and it needs steam power, metals, or it needs engineering. But engineering is already researched to get to the steam power, so it's already there. So boom, you're already done. Boom, right there. Another boom. Let's throw a third boom in there. But yeah, you could have electricity right there and go on to electronics. But anyway, going back over here to industrialization. From a previous video, I don't know which video, I told you guys that industrialization gives you 5+ gold, and corporation gives you 5+ gold in each and every single one of your cities. So if you got both of the first bonuses from this, that would mean you would have 10+ gold without having to do anything coming from all your cities. So that would just be a natural 10 gold. Say you had 5 cities, boom, 5 times 10, that's 50 gold. Depending on how many cities you have, most likely you would have like 10, so that it's going to keep going up as your cities go up. And then you could go up to electronics. Now, electronics is not important to me. I honestly go for it if I can and nobody else has it, because the first thing it gives you is a 2+ trade bonus. That's all it gives you. So it also, a trade bonus goes for both your science and market. Well, gold, not market. It goes for your science and gold. So you could go switch over to your science and still have this 2+ trade bonus to all your cities. Now, mass media is what I usually love to go for because it's the same as irrigation. And you know how irrigation gives you 1+ to all your cities. Well, mass media also gives you 1+ to all your cities. And just for the fun of it, if you need gold, probably most likely you won't. But this gives you 500+ gold for globalization. Now, let's say you're trying to go for a space flight victory. Well, you know you need either electronics, advanced flight, or nuclear power. Well, if we go back here, we see that you can go to mass production from industrialization. You could just tech jump, or you could actually go for railroads, which both of these are unlocked by steam power. So with that in mind, steam power, you could get either one of these or both of these and go up for mass production. And I really want to stress this the most. Mass production is the best thing you could possibly go for first, because it's easier to me to get to mass production than to get to combustion, because it takes less time to get to mass production, or actually about the same time, who knows. But it takes about less or the same time to get to mass production. And if somebody has combustion and you already have your barracks and you get mass production and you form armies, their armies most likely cannot go through your modded infantry unless they take some war tactics, like putting boats near your city, putting a fleet of veteran cruisers, which gives you 15+ to all your troops attack in defense. Then they would actually give mass production a run for its money. but I believe mass production full veteran is 60 defense, and full veteran for tanks for full attack is 45. So the 15 would put it at about an even on. And if you got any elite statuses for your mass production troops, like loyalty or anything like that, they will never, in my honest opinion, get through your mass production troops unless they storm your castle with like 10 armies. You know, they're gonna sit there and just bomb your wall over and over and over and over. You know, that's like that. That's what I call the bomb tactic. If you got like you got weaker troops, let's say somebody has a full out 18 defense, and you take let's say you take like 7 Legion troops and Legion armies and just keep bombing their wall over and over and over. They only can heal up one time. And I'm talking about online tactics, by the way. They only can heal up one time, so you just keep bombing over and over and over with your 9 attack to their 18 defense. No matter how strong their defense is, they still lose troops because this game has that little weird feature. No matter how high the defense is, you still can break down the troops. I guess it's kind of cool in a way, but you keep breaking them down. It's going to go from 18 to like 15 to like 12 to like 9 until it's even on, and boom, you finally broke down that defense. And you could, let's say that was their only defense, and you could just go ahead and take that city. So moving on, for mass production, you could go to nuclear power, and nuclear power unlocks uranium. Uranium is on mountains, I believe, and it gives you a hefty bonus in production, which is always good. And from there on, you can try to go for space flight, but you would need electronics or advanced flight, and advanced flight can be tech jump from industrialization. So that's already covered. So you can just go ahead and just tech jump over there, advanced flight, get your bombers. And I want to throw this out there about this is a little more war advice. Fighters can destroy bombers. I'm just going to go ahead and say it flat like that. Bombers cannot be fighters unless a bomber is in a fleet against a single fighter. That is the only way that I've most of the time seen, you know, a bomber beat a fighter. So the only way to beat a fighter from a bomber is to have a fleet of bombers attack one single fighter. So that the odds of that happening over and over is very low. So most people that know about the weakness of bombers usually go straight for fighters before even worrying about bombers. It's like getting armies of fighters rather than getting armies of bombers, because somebody that's going to go try to take their time to go for bombers are going to miss the point of the fighters. It's send all, let's say you send like 10 fleets of bombers at somebody. All they have is their 5, well, not fleets, I mean 10 armies of bombers. Ugh. You got 10 armies of bombers, you send them at somebody that only has like 6 armies of fighters. They're going to lose. The bombers are going to be destroyed. I mean, they wouldn't have a chance at even getting through the line of fighters. That's just because that's the weakness of bombers. And bombers have the ultimate attack. It could be any other troop besides fighters. So it's kind of a contradicting thing there. So, you know, bombers are the most OP, but still have the one weakness. But from there, you can go to advanced flight, and that's your victory. And if you get it first, this unlocks the whole world map. You can see everything. Everything is to your vision, I believe. I can check it real quick. To be sure, you always want to be sure that you know what you're saying, because you know sometimes I don't. Yep, if you research it first, spaceflight will reveal the entire map to you. That is awesome. And since I'm already here, I guess I can go check out the other stuff. It unlocks the Apollo program. If I said that right, Apollo, I don't know. I'm sorry, I honestly don't know. I can't remember. You know, the spaceship fuel and all this other cool spaceship stuff there. Superconductor, if you want to get that to defend yourself, most people don't really go for it because it takes forever to get to it unless you get it from the advanced technology from Oxford University, I believe that's what it is. And that sometimes gives you a superconductor depending on what you have, like what tech, because the tech influences what you get from the Oxford University. So I've been rambling on. Let's go back all the way over here to steam power. If you want it to go for combustion just because you want to dominate in war, well, like I said, from the bronze tech line, you could just easily go up to metals because you already have engineering and you already have, I believe it's ironworking that you need for this. And you already have both of those. You can just tech jump to it right from the get-go, or you can tech jump up to gunpowder and go straight for tanks. Now, I'm going to throw this out there if I have it. You don't have to go for gunpowder to get to mass production. You can honestly skip gunpowder, get metals and steam power, and go for mass production. Like, you can just do this, go to steam power, industrialization, up there to mass production, rather than going to feudalism to go to gunpowder, because that just leads to combustion, the flight, and it totally skips mass production, you see? So if you're going that tech line, you're going to skip going for mass production. That's just if you want to have a short defense. Well, I mean a quick defense. You know, faster than getting tanks, because you could defend tanks with a good set of riflemen, get a good boat defending yourself or something like that, and you would be good. But so on and so on, you can keep going on to lead from flight to advanced flight back to space flight. So you get my point with bronze. The bronze tech line, it basically covers most of the stuff that you will ever need. Now, there is one thing that it does not cover, which is the printing press. Printing press, if you go back, it goes all the way back to alphabet and pottery. Not horseback, because horseback only leads to, if I'm correct, I might be wrong, but I think it only leads to feudalism. But besides that, pottery and alphabet is the only other way to get to printing press and so on to mass media, but bronze tech line can actually get to mass media, so you can go for corporation to mass media, which then renders it useless to even go for this unless you want religion and university. But most likely somebody's going to give you this by backstepping. So I guess that's about it on the anything that I can tell you, because basically you get the idea that you can go for anything you want to from this one tech line. That's about all I need to say, because then you guys can just explore the tech tree and see where you want to go, how you want to take it. Do you want to go for war, try to go for tanks and advanced flight, and try to somehow get to automobile, which needs steel and combustion, which you can get from steam powered both, and you know what else you still need? Metals. You get steam power and metals, you can go straight for combustion, you can go straight for steel too as well, and then up to automobile, and boom, that's your war tech. Or you want to just go ahead and skip up there and just try to get to space flight. Well, you still could go through the war tech line and get to space flight, or you can try to go through the defense tech line, which is mass production here, and go to nuclear power. You can go to electronics, which is the same way as the defense line somewhat. You go to industrialization, skip that, go to corporation up to electronics, but you still need something else, so you most likely would go through the defense tech line, and so on. So that really wraps up the video. If you have any questions, let me know. I might put out another video today. I'm not sure what it's going to be on, but I will put out a war tactics for single player as due to request. I will put that out either today or tomorrow. So I guess that's about it. Tryhard Infinity, signing out.